Good Michael, look you to the guard tonight. Let's teach ourselves that honorable stop, not to outsport discretion. Iago hath direction what to do, notwithstanding with my personal eye will I look to it. Iago is most honest. Michael, good night. Tomorrow with your earliest let me have speech with you. Come, my dear love, the purchase made, the fruits are to ensue, that profit has yet to come between me and you. Good night. Welcome, Iago. We must to the watch. Not this hour, Lieutenant. 'Tis not yet 10 of the clock. Our general cast us thus early for the love of his Desdemona, who, let us not therefore blame, he hath not yet made wanton the night with her, and she is sport for Jove. She's a most exquisite lady, and I'll warrant her full of game. Indeed, she's a most fresh and delicate creature. What an eye she has! Methinks it sounds a parley of provocation. An inviting eye, and yet methinks right modest. And when she speaks, is it not an alarum to love? She is indeed perfection. Well, happiness to their sheets. Come, Lieutenant, I have a stoup of wine, and here without are a brace of Cyprus gallants that would fain to have a measure to the health of black Othello. Not tonight, good Iago. I have very poor and unhappy brains for drinking. I could well wish courtesy would invent some other custom of entertainment. Oh, they are our friends, but 1 cup. I'll drink for you. I have drunk but 1 cup tonight, and that was craftily qualified too. And behold, what innovation it makes here. I am unfortunate in the infirmity, and dare not task my weakness with any more. What, man? 'Tis a night of revels. The gallants desire it. Where are they? Here, at the door. I pray you, call them in. I'll do it, but it dislikes me.
If I can fasten but 1 cup upon him, that which he hath drunk tonight already, he will be as full of quarrel and offence as my young mistress's dog. Now my sick fool Roderigo, whom love hath turned almost the wrong side out, to Desdemona hath tonight caroused potations pottle deep. He's to watch. 3 lads of Cyprus, noble swelling spirits, that hold their honours in a wary distance, the very elements of this warlike isle, have I tonight flustered with flowing cups, and they watch too. Now, amongst this flock of drunkards, am I to put our Cassio in some action that may offend the isle? But here they come. If consequence do but approve my dream, my boat sails freely, both with wind and stream. For God, they have given me a rouse already. Good faith, little one, not past a pint, as I am a soldier. Some wine, ho! Let me the canakin clink clink, let me the canakin clink. A soldier's a man, a life's but a span. Why then let a soldier drink some wine, boys? For God, an excellent song. I learned it in England, where indeed they are most potent in potting. Your Dane, your German, and your swag-bellied Hollander, drink ho, are nothing to your English. Is your Englishman so expert in his drinking? Why, he drinks you with facility. Your Dane dead drunk. He sweats not to overthrow your Almeen. He gives your Hollander a vomit, ere the next pottle can be filled. To the health of our general. I am for it, Lieutenant, and I'll do you justice. Oh, sweet England, King Stephen was a worthy peer. His breeches cost him but a crown, he held them 6 pence all too dear. With that he called the sailor loan, he was a wight of high renown. And thou art but of low degree, 'tis pride that pulls the country down. Then take thine old cloak about thee, some wine, ho! Why, this is a more exquisite song than the other. Will you hear it again?
No, for I hold him unworthy of his place that does those things. Well, God's above all. There be souls that must be saved, and there be souls that must not be saved. It is true, good lieutenant. For my own part, no offense to the general or any man of worth, I hope to be saved. And so do I too, lieutenant. Aye, but by your leave, not before me. The lieutenant is to be saved before the ancient. Let's have no more of this. Let's to our affairs. Forgive us our sins. Gentlemen, let's look to our business. Do not think, gentlemen, I am drunk. This is my ancient, this is my right hand, and this is my left. I am not drunk now. I can stand well enough and speak well enough. Excellent well. Why, very well then, you must not think that I am drunk. To the platforms, masters, come, let's set the watch. You see the soldier that has gone before. He is a soldier fit to stand by Caesar and give direction. And do but see his vice. 'Tis to his virtue a just equinox, the one as long as the other. 'Tis pity of him. I do fear the trust Othello puts him in. On some odd time of his infirmity, we'll shake this. But is he often thus? 'Tis evermore the prologue to his sleep. He'll watch the horologe a double set, if drink rock not his cradle. It were well the general put in mind of it. Perhaps he sees it not, or in his good nature prizes the virtue that appears in Cassio, and looks not on his evils. Is not this true? How now, Roderigo, I pray you, after the lieutenant, go. And 'tis a pity that the noble Moor should hazard a place such as his own second to one with an engraft infirmity. It were an honest action to say so to the Moor.
Not I, for this fair island. I do love Cassio well, and would do much to cure him of this evil. But hark, what noise? Oh my God, no, dude, what are you doing? What, oh no, help, help, help! You rogue, you rascal. What's the matter, Lieutenant? A knave, teach me my duty. I'll beat the knave into a twig and bottle. Beat me? Dost thou prate, rogue? Nay, good lieutenant, I pray you, sir, hold your hand. Let me go, sir, or I'll knock you o'er the mazzard. Come, you're drunk. Drunk? Oh, do get... Aside to Roderigo. Hey, you. Away, I say, go out and cry mutiny. Oh. Nay, good lieutenant, alas, gentlemen, help, ho, alas, sir, here's a goodly watch indeed. Who's that which rings the bell? Diablo, ho, the town will rise, God's will, lieutenant. Hold, you will be shamed forever. What is the matter here? Zoons, I bleed, I am hurt. Oh no. Hold for your lives. Hold, ho, lieutenant, Sir Montano, gentlemen, have you forgot all sense of reason? Have you forgot all sense of place and duty? Hold, the general speaks to you. Hold for shame. Oh, just hold. Why, How now? Ho, from whence ariseth this? Are we turned Turks? And to ourselves do that which heaven hath forbid the Ottomites? For Christian shame, put by this barbarous brawl. Oh, you just get up right there. Just there you go. Both of y'all just chill. He that stirs next to carve for his own rage holds his soul light. He dies upon his motion. Silence that dreadful bell. It frights the isle from her propriety. What is the matter, masters? Honest Iago, that looks dead with grieving, speak. Who began this? On thy love I charge thee. Well, I do not know. Friends all but now, even now, in quarter and in terms like bride and groom, divesting them for bed.
And then, but now, as if some planet had unwitted men, swords out and tilting one at another's breast, in opposition, bloodily. I cannot speak. Any beginning to this peevish odds, and would in action glorious I had lost these legs that brought me to a part of it. How comes it, Michael? You are those forgot? I pray you, pardon me. I cannot speak. Worthy Montano, you once won't be Stephen. The gravity and stillness of your youth, the world hath noted, and your name is great in mouths of wise to see it. What's the matter? That you own lazy reputation. Those, and spend your rich on paean for the name of a night brawler. Give me answer to it.
Worthy Othello, I am hurt to danger. Your officer, Iago, can inform you, while I spare speech, which nothing now offends me, of all that I do, nor know I ought by me that said or done amiss this night. Unless self-charity can sometimes be a vice, and to defend ourselves and be a sin, when violence assails us.
Now, by heaven, my blood begins, myself against the rule, and passion having my best judgment colleague, essays to lead the way if I won't stay, or do but lift his arm, the best of you shall sink in my rebuke. Give me to know how this foul rot began. Who set it all? And he that is approved in this offense, for he had twained with me, both at a birth shall lose me. What in a town of war? Yet well, the people's hearts being full of fear, to manage private and domestic quarrel in night and on the court, and God accepted this monstrous Iago. Who began it?
Impartially, I find or leave the office that does deliver more or less the truth. Thou art no soldier.
Touch me, not so near.
I had rather have this tongue cut from my mouth than it should do offense to Michael Cassio. Yet I persuade myself to speak the truth shall nothing wrong him. Thus it is general. Montano and myself being in speech, and there comes Othello crying out for help, and Cassio following him with determined sword to execute upon him. This gentleman steps into Cassio and entreats his pause. Myself, the crying fellow, did pursue by his clamor as it so fell out. The town might fall in fright. He, swift of foot, outran my purpose, and I'd return the rather for that I heard the clink and fall of Cassio, high an oath, which till tonight I never might say before, when I came back. For this was brief. I found them close together. At blow and thrust, even as again they were, when you yourself did part them. More of this matter I cannot report, but men are men, and the best sometimes forgets, though Cassio did some little wrong to him, as men in rage strike those that wish them best. Yet surely Cassio, I believe, received from him that fled some strange indignity, which patience could not pass. I know, Iago, thy honesty and love doth mince this matter, making light to Cassio. Cassio, I love thee, but never more be officer of mine. Look, if my gentle love not be raised up, I'll make thee an example. All's well now, sweeting. I'm away to bed. Sir, for your hurts, myself will be your surgeon. Lead them off. Iago, look with care about town, and silence those whom this vile brawl distracted. Come, Desdemona, 'tis the soldier's life to have their balmy slumbers wait with strife. Are you hurt, Lieutenant? I passed all surgery. Oh, Mary, heaven forbid. Reputation, reputation, reputation. Oh, I have lost my reputation. I have lost the immortal part of myself, and what remains is bestial. My reputation, Iago, my reputation.
Come, man, I thought you had received some bodily wound. There'd be more sense in that than reputation. Reputation is an idol, oft got without deserve and lost without merit. What? There are ways to recover the general again. You are now but cast in his mood, punished more in policy than in malice, as one would beat his affrontless dog to affright the impervious lion.
I would rather sue to be despised than deceive so good a commander with so slight, so drunken, so indiscreet an officer. What, drunk and speak parrot and swagger and swear and vent frustrations with one's own shadow? Oh, invisible spirit of wine, if we have no other name to know thee by, let us call thee devil.
What was he that you ran after with your sword? What had he done to you?
I know not.
'Tis possible.
I remember a mass of things, but nothing therefore. Oh, that men should put enemies in their mouths to steal their brains, that we with joy and pleasant revel and applause should transform ourselves into beasts.
Now you seem well enough. How came you thus recovered?
The devil drunkenness has given way to the devil wrath. One imperfectness shows me another, so I frankly despise myself.
Come, you are too severe a moraler. As the time, the place, the condition of the country stands, I could heartily wish that this had not occurred, but as it is, mend it to your good.
I shall ask him for my position again, and he will call me a drunkard.
Had I as many mouths as Hydra, such an answer would stop not to be now a sensible man. By and by, a fool, and presently a beast. Oh, strange! Every ignored cup is unblessed and great is the devil.
来来来，酒是个好东西，如果使用得当，不要反对它。而且，众位，我想你认为我爱你。
I have well proved it, sir. I drunk.
你或者任何活着的男人都可以喝醉。这个时候，我会告诉你该怎么办。我们将军的妻子，现在是将军，在这方面上可以这么说，他献身并放弃了自己，向他坦白地承认自己。他的帮助可以使你再次安置在自己的位置上。他的性格是如此的自由，如此友善，如此贴切，如此幸运。他认为不做更多的事情是种恶习，反对任何值得称呼的财富，说爱情的裂痕会比以前更强大。
You are fasting well.
我抗议已成就的爱和诚恳的心。
I think if brave be times to the one, I will beseech the virtuous Desdemona to undertake for me. I am desperate of my fortune if they check me here.
你是对的，晚安，众位，我必须要注意了。
Good night, honest Iago.
And what's he then that says I play the villain? When this advice is free, I give an honest probable to thinking, and indeed the course to win the more again. For 'tis most easy the inclining Desdemona to subdue in any honest suit. She's framed as fruitful as the free elements, and then for her to win the more, were it to renounce his baptism, all seals and symbols of redeemed sins. His soul is so enfettered to her love, that she may make, unmake, do what she list, even as her appetite shall play the god with his weak function. How am I, then, a villain to counsel Cassio to this parallel course, directly to his good? Divinity of hell. When devils will the blackest sins put on, they do suggest at first with heavenly shows, as I do now. For while the honest fool plies Desdemona to repair his fortunes, and she for him pleads strongly to the more, I'll pour this pestilence into his ear, that she repeals him for her body's lust, and by how much she strives to do him good, she shall undo her credit with the more. So will I turn her virtue into pitch, and out of her own goodness make the net that shall enmesh them all.
How now, Roderigo? I do follow here in the chase. Not like a hound that hunts, but one that fills up the cry. My money is almost spent. I have been tonight exceedingly well cudgeled, and I think the issue will be I shall have so much experience for my pains, and so with no money at all and little more wit, return again to Venice. How poor are they that have not patience? What wound did ever heal but by degrees? Thou knowest we work by wit and not by witchcraft, and wit depends on dilatory time. Does it not go well? Cassio hath beaten thee, and thou by that small hurt hast cashiered Cassio. Though other things grow fair against the sun, yet fruits that blossom first will first be ripe. Content thyself a while. By the mass, 'tis morning. Pleasure and action make the hours seem short. Retire thee. Go where thou art billeted. Away, I say, thou shalt no more hereafter. Nay, get thee gone. Two things are to be done. My wife must move for Cassio to her mistress. I'll set her on. myself the while to draw the Moor apart, and bring him jump when he may Cassio find soliciting his wife. Ay, that's the way. Thou'll not devise by coldness and delay.